This young girl had an affair with her father, and Una lived her mother. But her reasons will leave you speechless. The truth behind her actions is darker than you think, and as her past unravels, you'll wonder who's truly to blame. Buckle up, this is not your typical story. Meet Isabella, a 21-year-old girl whose entire life has been a lie. Raised in poverty and treated like an outsider, Isabella thought she understood her tragic story, that her parents resented her because she was an unwanted burden. But the truth? It's far more sinister than anything she could have imagined. Isabella's childhood was a nightmare. Her father, Arturo, was a violent drunk who relished tormenting her. Her mother, Mariella, wasn't much better, constantly reminding Isabella that she was worthless. From the age of 10, Isabella was forced to work long hours cleaning, cooking, and even begging on the streets. Her only dream was to escape her toxic household. But Isabella's life took a dark turn when Arturo began to look at her differently as she grew older. Fearing for her safety, she ran away one night, ending up in the city, desperate and alone. In the city, Isabella met a charismatic older man named Victor. He offered her money and a chance to start over. Desperate for a better life, Isabella agreed to spend the night with him. Victor became her escape. Kind, attentive, and wealthy, he was everything her so-called parents were not. But as Isabella became closer to Victor, she started to notice unsettling things. He asked strange questions about her past, seemed unusually invested in her childhood, and even mentioned the name of her hometown, a detail she had never shared. Her unease grew, but she pushed it aside, craving the love and security he provided. Until one fateful day, she discovered the truth. Victor was her biological father. Isabella's parents hadn't abandoned her because they were poor. They had been part of a cult that sacrificed children for power and wealth. Victor and Isabella's biological mother had been deeply involved, but when Isabella was born, Victor grew attached to her. He tried to save her, but the cult found out, forcing him to flee. Isabella's biological mother, however, couldn't bear to leave the cult's influence and gave the child to Arturo and Mariella, loyal members who would ensure Isabella remained controlled. Overwhelmed by the truth, Isabella returned to confront Arturo and Mariella, demanding answers. Arturo laughed, revealing that they had always known her identity and had deliberately ruined her life to spite Victor. In a fit of rage, Isabella attacked Arturo, accidentally ending Mariella in the chaos. Meanwhile, Victor, guilt-ridden and unable to face Isabella, returned to the cult, hoping to bargain for her safety. But the cult had other plans. They wanted Isabella to take Victor's place as part of their dark rituals. So, what happened to Isabella? Did she fall into the clutches of the cult? Or did she break free from the nightmare of her past? Isabella's life didn't end with her mother's death. It was just the beginning. With the cult hunting her and the police investigating Mariella's death, Isabella found herself in a race against time to uncover the cult's secrets and expose them. Armed with Victor's resources and her own cunning, she vowed to bring down the group that had stolen her childhood. But with betrayal lurking at every corner and her own father's intentions unclear, Isabella's journey is one of survival, vengeance, and redemption. Will she escape her family's cursed legacy, or will the sins of her parents consume her?